get paid.
Hey guys, okay, so I haven't been on here in so long, and I'm not really into doing YouTube videos that much anymore, but I absolutely had to make a video because I just had to talk about this to someone. It was driving me nuts for like the longest time, and I just wanted to rant about it so bad, and I didn't know like what else to do. And I picked the worst day to film this on, the worst makeup day, the worst hair day. Like, my lips are disgusting right now because it's like winter and it's gross, but I had to film this video because I'm so happy with 5 Seconds of Summer's new album. Sounds good, feels good. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I'm not even like that much of a fangirl anymore. I don't even really follow celebrities that much except for their music in general. Like, I'm not like a huge fan like I used to be. But I decided to put on my Good Girls or Bad Girls That Haven't Been Caught shirt and just be a fangirl for like 10 minutes because this album is the absolute definition of perfection. 5 Seconds of Summer completely, they have such a different sound now. It's like so far away now from pop than when it used to be. I'm just so happy with it because it's different than what I hear in my day-to-day life, and that's what I want like from an artist like 5 Seconds of Summer, because they're a band and I like to hear band-like music. The only other band that I really listen to is Daughtry, and I don't really listen to them that much anymore. The Somerset, another band with the title Summer in it. Maybe I have a thing with summer. I don't really know. I just love the Somerset's music. They just released a new song and they haven't in like 3 years, so like I was like freaking out. But anyways, I'm just so happy with this album. I'm so happy with the way their sound is just so much different. Like, it's so different than what it was before, and it's so much better. It's what I wanted from them in the beginning. At first, when I heard She's Kinda Hot, first I was like, what is this? Like, this is 5 Seconds of Summer? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not 5 Seconds of Summer. Like, there's no way. And at first I was like, like, I don't know if I like it because it's not, I love all types of music, like every single type of music, but I've never really been into rock. And this album isn't full rock, but when I heard She's Kinda Hot, I was like, this is way different than the 5 Seconds of Summer I know. And literally within like the 3rd time hearing that song, I was like, I love this song. And now I love every single track on the album. I'm just gonna kind of like go through them and review the ones that I really like my favorites, but every single track is amazing. This is gonna be my new favorite album to listen to in the car. Something about, especially when I'm alone, I can just like blast it and jam it. And I can also, like, some of the songs just really get me like thinking, and I really love that about this album. It's so like diverse and just different, and there's different kinds of songs that really just like make it what it is, and they make it so you can listen to it with different emotions. And there's certain songs I want to listen to at certain days. Like, I find that every single emotion I have, there's a song for it on this album, and it's really brought out in such a different way than the other artists I listen to. And I think that's why I like this album so much, because I get to just listen to different music. The artists I listen to include Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, sometimes Avril Lavigne, and country music. Like Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line. I'm mostly country, so this gives me like a very, like, something different to listen to in the car, because I'm always listening to country music in the car, so I get to like listen to something different, and that's what I love about this album. Going in order, just with ones I really like, one of my favorites is definitely She's Kind of Hot, or She's Kinda Hot, sorry, I don't want to like any fancy get mad at me. It's just such a really good song. Like, it has a really like upbeat, like different style, and it actually reminds me of someone that goes to my school, and like whenever I hear it, I'm like, this is literally his life, and like it's just so funny. I just love the style of it. I love how upbeat and like funky it is, and like it's just like so different. And oh my god, the guitar in this, like the guitar solo is amazing. Some guitar riffs, like that is insane. Like, when I first heard that, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't expect it at all. I was so like blown away by how amazing that guitar was, and having that like bass like bumping in your car, and like when that guitar is going, it's incredible. Like, to just drive around by yourself with that like bumping, it's so much fun. Like, it seriously makes driving so much fun. Like, I love it. Hey everybody, oh my gosh, okay, I can relate to this song so, like, on such a personal level.
Sounds good. Feels good.
There's one part, because I really want to go away for college. Like, I'm having this whole, like, feud with everyone because I have really good colleges in my region, but I want to go away, and, like, everyone's, like, really nagging me about it, except my mom. But, like, the rest of my family is like, what are you doing? So I really relate to this song so much, and, like, being poor because I'm trying to save up for college, I can relate so much. Like this part especially, this is the part that, like, I relate to so much.
Work every weekend just to get out of town. Everyone says that you'll just turn back around. And what's ironic to me, the ones that don't ever leave think that they know.
I relate to that song so much, and about the song how, like, they can't afford to, like, take the bus or whatever. Like, that just, like, okay, I'm not, like, absolutely that poor, but, like, I'm poor to the point where I have to, like, really watch my spending all the time. So it's just like, oh my gosh, it just, like, makes, like, I'm like, yes, this song is me and I can relate to it so much. Permanent Vacation.
You say that I'm too complicated.
This song reminds me of Michael so much. Like, when I hear it, I'm like, this is something, like, Michael would write. Like, I can just picture him writing this song and, like, being like, guys, like, this is so good, like, I got this. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, such a very Michael song, and I just really love it. Like, I think that it's just so, like, upbeat, and, like, it makes me want to, like, just, like, have a party and, like, have a permanent vacation. Like, I don't know, it's just, like, there's something about that song that's so much fun to me. Jet Black Heart. That's a very mainstream song. However, like, when I heard it, I was like, okay, like, you just wrote this to be relatable. Like, I love the song and I love the message of it, but at the same time, I feel like they just wrote it because they knew that people were going to be like, oh, I relate to this so much. Like, I do relate to it, and I do think it's a really good song, so I'm talking about it. However, I just think it's kind of like, okay. But at the same time, it's a really good song. The lyrics are amazing. Oh my gosh, the guitar, like, the solos, the vocals are, oh my god, incredible. Like, they worked so hard in this song, and you can tell. This one part before the very last chorus just gets me every time.
I've got a jet black heart, and there's a hurricane underneath it, trying to keep us apart.
It's incredible. Like, the vocals are just unreal. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, when I hear that, like, gives me, like, I have chills right now, because that just, to me, is incredible. Safety Pin, oh my gosh. This was my favorite. When I first heard this album and I got to this song, like, if I really like a song, I cannot get through the rest of the album because I have to keep playing that song. Like, I got to it in my car, and then for the rest of the time I was driving, I was just playing that song, like, over and over and over again. And then, like, I got home and I was just playing it over and over. Like, I didn't get through the rest of the album for, like, a week because I was just listening to Safety Pin over and over again. It is such a good song. Like, it just, oh my gosh, I just don't know what it is about it, but I love it. I love everything about it. I could listen to that song all day and not get sick of it. It is so good. Leading up to the chorus is, like, the best part, and then it just drops and it's incredible.
Maybe this time we'll safety pin the pieces of our broken hearts back together, patching up all the holes until we both feel much better.
One of my favorites. Like, I like all the other ones too, but, like, automatically this one was, I'm like, yes, Safety Pin, like, this is the one. Like, it was just so good. Skipping down quite a few, Broken Home.
They would yell, they would scream, they were fighting it out. She would hope, she would pray.
It's an incredible song. I love this song. Like, I think, like, everyone has, well, I shouldn't say that, but I feel like a lot of people have a way to relate to this song. But what I like about it is, unlike Jet Black Heart, they didn't write it for it to be relatable. I feel like they actually wrote it out of, like, something that came from their heart, rather than Jet Black Heart, I felt like was very relatable because they promoted it a lot. But Broken Home is, like, a low-key song, and I really like that because I feel like I'm, like, able to relate to it a lot more. And it's so beautiful, and it really really is, like, a lot of people do come from broken homes, and it is a very relatable song, and, like, I'm gonna cry just, like, thinking about this song. It's written for people who have internal struggles with the way that they're brought up, and honestly, it's a reality nowadays that it happens a lot, and the fact that they're able to write about that and make it relatable is incredible. Airplanes. When I first heard Airplanes, I had almost had a heart attack. Like, I had chills up. I was in the car by myself, and it was dark, and I was driving home from work, and I just got goosebumps all over. I was like, this song is incredible. Like, there's something about this song. Like, I know I keep mentioning the vocals, and, like, I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I've never heard in any 5 Seconds of Summer song, even on this album, any vocals that are so beautiful like this song. They're so gorgeous, and oh my gosh, that beginning just sets up the song to just be beautiful. Like, as soon as I heard that, like, my jaw, I'm not even kidding, my jaw actually dropped. I was like, this is so good. Like, I couldn't even, like, comprehend it in my head how amazing it was.
Airplanes cut in the clouds like angels can fly.
And the next one I'm about to talk about, 2 favorites on the album. I probably listen to them the most. Even, like, Safety Pin was my favorite at first, but this song and the next one, 2 favorites. Last one I'm going to talk about is San Francisco. And I love this song. I don't know, like, Airplanes and San Francisco come one after the other, and I always just have those 2, like, repeating, like, over and over again now. Like, at first it was Safety Pin, like I said, but now it's just those 2 over and over again all the time. I don't know, there's something about them. They're both just so beautiful, and San Francisco is just beautiful song.
I wanna get back to where we started, to the summer night. You know, we got it right. Yeah, I wanna get back to San Francisco, in the firelight. You know, we had it right.
That song is just beautiful. It is seriously just, I can't even, like, I'm gonna cry. Like, I don't know why. These songs just make me so emotional. Like, not because I'm like, oh my god, 5 Seconds of Summer, like, they're so hot, so beautiful, blah, blah, because I'm just not like that anymore. I've grown out of that. I'm almost 18. Like, I'm like, you know what, they're really good, and I really like their music, and that's why I like them. And I like that now. I like that I'm not like, oh my god, they're so hot, they're so beautiful, like, they're perfect. Like, of course I think they're attractive, but I'm more into the music now, which I really, really love. And I think I can appreciate this album so much more because of that. And I really do appreciate this album more than anything because it's just, the songs are beautiful. And even the ones I did mention, I still love them to death, and I still, like, listen to them. Like, I listen to the whole album through, like, all the time. Those are just my favorites because, like, I don't want to talk about every single one, but, like, they're just, all these songs are just beautiful, and they really worked hard on this, and I appreciate that because now I have good music that I can listen to all the time, and it's just kind of a break from my country music or my pop artists and coming more into, like, the rock pop. I wouldn't call them full rock yet. I don't want to because I don't want to offend, like, rock fans out there, but I do definitely think that they're getting toward that stage, like the punk rock type thing, which is great, and that's what they want, and I fully support them. And I think that people who are into that thing are gonna like this album a lot more if they give it a chance. I think it's gonna be hard for them to get rid of the pop name that they've created, but once they do, it's going to be, like, amazing. And I noticed too that Jet Blackheart has she's kind of hot was a little bit, but Jet Blackheart has not been played on any, like, pop radio stations. I mean, maybe I just don't hear it. I don't know. I don't really listen to the radio that much, but I feel like it hasn't been, and I feel like that's because they're moving to, like, the punk rock, and, like, pop radio stations don't want to play that because 5 Seconds, that's not what 5 Seconds Summer is anymore. They're not a pop artist.
Guess I was running from something